agent and travel blogger. I'm also a longtime annual pass holder and a big fan of all things Universal. Today we are going to be talking about how to stay cool on a hot day at Universal Orlando. Of course, we're here in Orlando, Florida, especially in the summer. It's extremely hot, extremely humid. So I'm just gonna share some pro tips for Universal, ways to stay cool, ways to get out of the heat. If you're planning a Universal vacation, I'd love to chat with you and see how I can add some value to your trip. I'm always keeping up with the latest promos and deals just to make sure you get the best value possible. I also send a complete guide to Universal for all of my clients, so I'll leave my contact info in the description below. You can check that out. But right now, let's get out of the sun and figure out how to stay cool on a hot summer day at Universal Orlando. If you're looking for ways to stay cool on a hot day, obviously the first thing that comes to mind is going to be water rides. Actually, a lot of the tips in this video are going to be over at Universal Studios where there aren't any water rides, but right now we are at Islands of Adventure. There are 3 water rides here. The one that you're going to get the least wet on, but still cool down hopefully, is going to be Jurassic Park River Adventure. So one way to stay cool at Universal Orlando is to make sure that you're staying hydrated with lots of water, and you can obviously bring your own water bottles into the park. I really like this one because it collapses, so you can throw it in your bag when it's empty. I will link to this. It's on Amazon. It's super cheap. But one thing a lot of people don't know, you can actually get ice water from any of the quick service location counters. They give it to you in a little cup, or way better, you can fill these up with ice water at the Coke Freestyle stations, which are located all throughout the park. So there are actually a couple of ways to stay cool in Toon Lagoon. This little tiny splash pad is one of them, but we're gonna go take a look at 2 of the other water rides in Islands of Adventure, and they're the 2 that you're gonna just absolutely get soaked on. Stay cool at Islands of Adventure anyway is definitely going to be going on Popeyes and Bluto's Bilge-Rat barges. You are going to get absolutely soaked on this ride, and I think a lot of people don't realize that when they get on it. They think maybe it's like a little splash. No, I've worn a poncho on this ride and still gotten completely soaked. So, you know, if you really want to cool down, this is going to be the way to do it. Another really great place to find some AC in Islands of Adventure is here at the arcade. Here's a random little pro tip for staying cool at Universal, but when you're exiting either of the main parks and you go through these big stores that they have, totally air conditioned, so you get to walk through the air conditioned for a couple minutes. That not a lot of people do at Universal Orlando is to go into Nocturne Alley. It is very dark in here, it is air conditioned, and it's a part of Diagon Alley that not everybody explores because I think they don't really understand that it's here. So let's go check it out. What better way to stay cool at Universal Orlando than with an ice pop, especially an adorable Minions themed one, which you can find right over here in Minion Land. So if you have a dinosaur fan in your family and you're looking for ways to stay cool at Universal, the Discovery Center in Islands of Adventure is really great. There's a lot of dinosaur hands-on activities, and it is air conditioned. Another way to stay cool at Universal Studios is these little misters by animal actors on location. So one of my personal favorite ways to stay cool at Universal Orlando on a hot sunny day like today is the Men in Black Alien Attack ride, and very specifically the queue at the Men in Black Alien Attack ride, and even more specifically the single rider queue. I have never felt anywhere that is more chilly at Universal Orlando than the single rider queue at Men in Black Alien Attack. But that said, the regular queue, the regular line is very, very chilly as well. And the ride is cool too, so you're really gonna cool off in here on a hot summer day. They also do have some of these little misting fans at various spots throughout the park on the hot days, and sometimes in the ride queues as well. So thanks for watching these tips on how to stay cool on a hot summer day at Universal Orlando. There are so many things that you can do to stay cool at Universal Orlando, from doing all of the indoor attractions, and there are a lot of them at Universal Studios. You can do the water rides at Islands of Adventure, you can go in the arcades, you can go in the shops. There's lots of ways to stay cool on a hot day. Make sure you stay hydrated, fill up your water, and if you have any other tips that I might have forgotten about, make sure to share them with me in the comments below. I will leave my contact in the description. I'd love to work with you and help you plan your Universal Orlando vacation. I'm always keeping up with the latest promos to make sure you get the absolute best deal, and I have complete guides to everything Universal for my clients. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like this video and subscribe so that you don't miss any more Universal Orlando videos like this one.